Welcome to Some Topic, the podcast where two dangerously underqualified individuals tackle an ever-changing buffet of subjects we have no business discussing. From global politics to ghost squirrels, nothing is off limits, and nothing is properly researched. We are your hosts, two voices with microphones, a Wi-Fi connection, and just enough confidence to sound like we know what we're talking about. Spoiler, we don't. But that's never stopped anyone with a podcast before, and we refuse to be the first. Every week, we plunge headfirst into topics both serious and stupid, usually at the same time, armed only with sarcasm, caffeine, and a dangerous overestimation of our own coherence. Whether it's philosophy, politics, pop culture, or paranormal rodents, we approach each subject like two raccoons who broke into the Library of Alexandria, knocked over a torch, and now insist the fire was enlightenment. Our findings? Improvised. Our sources? Suspect. Our method? Whatever we yanked from our asses while marching proudly up the hill of stupidity, ready to fall honorably in the fog of ego, ontological confusion, and the blood-slick ruins of abandoned discourse. It's too late to turn back now. Your descent has begun. And we, your casually deranged hosts, will guide you in style straight through the crumbling ruins of reason. Listener discretion is enthusiastically advised. This podcast contains strong language, stronger delusions, and a persistent disregard for intellectual safety. If you're easily offended, chronically literal, or spiritually fragile, please relax your chakras, unclench whatever needs unclenching, and consider yelling at a tree instead. This is not journalism. This is not education. This is comedy. This is play. This is Some Topic.
Welcome to our part 2 of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Allegedly, for the past week or so, Sam has been deep diving through the internet, trying to
I think I found it. Don't tease me.
Find this fucking segment where there was a shark going through some kind of lettering.
Well, no. So, Reddit, of course.
Always.
This guy says,
allegedly,
the title sequence absolutely embodies the fill of having the VHS cart wheeled out into the science class on Fridays. And I want to reminisce, he types. The hallway in the title sequence has pictures mounted on white walls like a gallery, and the camera flies down the hallways and into the scenes depicted in the paintings. We watched this in elementary school classes in the early 2000s. Now,
that sounds about right.
Both of the YouTube links to the solution are private videos that I cannot view.
Fuck.
But they do say, both of them say DK Eyewitness. So I'm going to Google that real quick, and if the logo looks right,
so
I might have discovered,
for our viewers, a recap.
The thing that's been bothering me for, well, when did we first discuss Bill Nye? Like a month and a half ago.
I thought it was 2 months ago now at this point.
Yeah, so like 2 months, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. I just want to make sure they understand.
This has been a topic.
How much this
on
is
Some Topic.
Exactly. This has been an irksome topic.
An irksome topic. So to recap, Bill Nye, good, bad.
This is it.
That's it?
That's it.
What the fuck is that?
It's Eyewitness.
Eyewitness?
It's Eyewitness. History, science, everything.
Dude, that is a dope-ass intro.
Some of our viewers will immediately know this sound. Some of our viewers won't.
Here on Some Topic, today's episode, irksome topic, Bill Nye, part 2.
It only took Sam 2 months to find what fucking company made all of those educational tapes I watched as a child. And apparently it was Eyewitness. Or DK Eyewitness, whatever that stands for.
And education was... You know what? It just didn't work on you, buddy.
Dude, my class specifically had the most teachers quit out of any class.
I wonder why.
No. I mean, through the years of elementary school, middle school, and up into high school, my class had the highest turnover rate for teachers.
Yeah? Why?
Because they kept hiring young teachers who thought they could control us, and we made them cry. There was a Spanish teacher that I believe was given a present of a brown paper bag with a bunch of dog shit left on her desk during Christmas break. So it molded over Christmas break on her desk in a nice 70-degree classroom.
What the
And then magically she quit after. We don't know why.
Oh, yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. Dude, we were
Horrendous?
Horrible to these teachers. Well, what were they going to do? Kick us out? Our parents pay too much. You're not going to kick us out.
You were... We would say that you were irksome.
Oh, I was way worse than irksome, my friend. Actually, I wasn't a prick to people. I was a prick to property.
I was a prick to the establishment.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Look, the only person I ever went after was the dean of students. Everybody else I left alone.
Fucking A.
Because there's only one person who has control over all the teachers' laptops. He's the dean of students.
Okay.
Continuing.
So give this...
To part 2 of...
Bill Nye. Give this episode.
Yes.
This particular episode.
This particular episode that is not brought to you by DK Eyewitness.
Not to be confused with the irksome...
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Irksome. Brought to you by...
Some topic.
The dictionary. It's a word.
Well, you can't say it's brought to you by the dictionary if you're not going to read off the dictionary definition.
Well, you get the dictionary definition?
Well, I'm about to pull it up now because you can't... Look, you can't say today's word sponsored by the dictionary.
Says who? This is my episode. Fuck you. I can do
Common
what I want.
decency, my friend. Common decency.
Who are we being decent to?
Our listeners. We don't give a fuck about the general populace. We only care about the people who listen to us. Why the fuck would I care about Lindsay 2 streets down who's never heard my voice a day in her life?
Not to be confused with the other irksome listeners. And the definition of irksome is... Sam, take it away.
Well, I mistyped it, so let me type in the right word.
He mistyped it as dirksome.
Oh, that's a weird spelling. How do you think irksome should be spelled?
IRKSOME.
Okay, you're correct. I'm dumb.
Yes.
I might have spelled it with an E.
What the fuck?
Irk. E-R. Yeah.
I said...
Yeah, it's not like it's double R, where it's like...
No, that was just your last fiance. It's fine.
Was the Morale?
Yeah.
No! I'm sorry, but of all the women I've ever been with, that was the most tame.
That was me. Ow.
No, that was just a fawn. There was no violence or... No, just a... meow. There's no violence. There was no magnitude. There was no presence behind it. It was just a little...
I like... Meow.
That was... Well... Meow. Was how she picked up on what I told her. Everything went... Meow. But
I'm okay with that. All right.
Irksome.
What is the fucking definition?
Well, allow me to get there, senor.
Jesus criminy.
Now,
It's a fucking word.
the exact definition
It's a fucking
is
word.
tending to irk.
Well, there you had it. They're on some topic. Today's sponsor, the definition, the word, the man, the legend.
Synonyms are annoying, irritating, frustrating, and disturbing.
So
but they are all irksome.
That's you. I understand.
Look, I might irk some topics.
I might irk in a topic. What do you want?
What's a topic?
Some topic.
Yeah, but A is singular.
But some
So
is
what is the
plural.
one topic that I'm irksome at?
We're doing Bill Nye Part 2. We haven't even talked about the recap.
So is this the only thing that I'm irksome at?
Dude.
Is Bill Nye's episode?
Dude, we're doing a recap.
Are we doing a recap or are we doing part 2?
That's what I've been trying to get at for the last fucking 7 minutes.
Oh, well then don't insult my irk.
I don't want to see your irk. Nobody wants to see that. Our viewers don't want to hear it. Our viewers don't want to see it. Our viewers don't want to fucking envision it. So just give us a...
I don't know how you'd visualize an irk.
This is why we have complaints from HR. The interns just keep fucking complaints.
And they still haven't figured out how to, adjust their whole shred first, reply later policy for all the Karens emailing in.
That's why we have...
So they're more prioritized on that still, because they're trying to keep it from...
Can you recap the previous
us being
episode?
sued and violent. Yeah, absolutely. So
That was a hell of a fucking intro, by the way.
I didn't realize we did an intro, but yes.
That was the intro.
So, welcome to Some Topic. I forget what episode this is, but this is part 2 of our Bill Nye episode. Now, for our listeners, a full 7 days has passed at least, because we're kind of lazy, so it might have been more than 7 days.
Has it?
But for those of us in our live studio, there is
14.
only maybe 2 minutes that has passed. So, welcome to part 2. on Bill Nye. Evidently, we're gonna
Bill.
Nye, the science guy. Anyways,
Not to be confused with Psy Guy, the
Bill Nye,
communist.
Psy guy, the Bill Nye, like
Psy Guy, the communist guy. Yeah. He's a trademark pending work in progress.
Psy guy, definitely not from the CIA. Anyways, so yeah, we were chatting about Bill Nye a little bit. We were talking about his historical reverence and really the importance and the fact that he was one of the first people to really get educational content to actually stick in children's brains. Some of what he taught, obviously, has been updated or changed over the years, or we've learned more to where what he said doesn't necessarily stand up to the test of time. But the important thing was that we just discussed in part 1 was that he, again, we're talking about him 30 plus years later. Exactly. And his videos are still as prevalent, for the most part. His basics are there.
He was good on the fundamentals. He was good at essentially the basics of the basics. He had a good understanding of...
It's normally what fundamentals are, Nick.
Is it?
Are basics of basics.
Thank you for...
Because you need your foundation before the basic.
You know what? I like to just jump to the top floor. Like, fuck this foundation. Fuck the,
That's why you fell through your last building skylight. Got it.
You wouldn't understand.
The shortest path through the top floor is straight through the skylight. So they already know I started above them.
Once you reach the bottom, all you have to do is look up, and there you go. That's the final destination.
The ceiling?
Well, yes. You're on the bottom. You just went through the
skylight. Don't you want to get past that?
Well, no. You want to get to the top. Top is where the skylight is.
So I'm going to just hang out in the rafters with the dust. Got it.
Well, you are an old dusty man.
No. But I have dry balls.
That makes sense.
Balls so dry. They burst like dust.
Wow. This just sounded...
My last living sperm just... Anyways. Continue, right. Science guy.
So Bill Nye just had a good grasp of what gravity is, what the fucking basics is. And you know what? I got no dispute about that. The dispute or the misconceptions is as soon as we start to get to the, as we are today, 2025, or 2026, whenever this video starts to be uploaded, blah, blah, blah.
Casted. Right, whenever our viewers that we're talking to are actually our viewers, yes.
Correct. It's
10 years from now.
Correct. It's one of those things where we sit here and we contemplate like, yeah, we remember that old man. Back then he wasn't old. He was just a middle-aged fuck.
With some big fucking ears.
Dude, he had Dumbo ears.
Dude, motherfucker should have flown.
And you know what? He did.
Okay, without the plane.
Oh. R.I.P. 9/11. We forever remember you, and you are today's sponsor. The remembrance of 9/11. Thank you.
We're about 3 days late, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Exactly. We gotta remember the fallen. This is Transformers 2. Revenge of the Fallen.
Then maybe we should have buried them all in the ocean. They would have came back. I mean, it worked on Megatron, so,
You know what? Let's go to the Who.
It also scared the shit out of me when we buried Bin Laden out to sea like a year after we saw Megatron get buried at sea, and we saw how that resulted.
Correlations?
Look, I'm not saying they're connected. I'm just saying they're connected.
Look, I think we should do an episode on the Hoover Dam.
Okay.
We should...
The sheer amount of deaths surrounding the construction of it?
Look,
or the strange amount of deaths surrounding the continued maintenance of it? Or just the importance of the thing not failing?
So yes, though, we should somehow...
There's a whole lot of shit that surrounds the Hoover Dam that makes me kind of not want to talk about it or discuss it too much.
We just talk about how Megatron is in the Hoover Dam. Go from there.
Oh! Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Look, as long as we don't speak the truth, nobody will kill us. It's fine.
Who's going to kill us?
Well, if we start talking about the Hoover Dam, a good number of people.
Well, actually one person, but a good number of people would have paid that one person to kill us.
Do we get royalties for that?
For getting killed?
Well, yes.
I mean, unless we were to buy the agency that our shooter works for, then no, not really.
I mean,
But if we bought the agency that he works for, then sure, we could change the contract.
let's buy the agency.
Okay.
Let's, you know what? Put a pin in that.
I'll call Figgis. It's fine.
I don't know who Figgis is, but all right.
Well, that's why I know.
I
He's
know
the agency.
Look, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows what Figgis is.
Figgis runs the agency.
I understand.
It's literally named after him.
I know.
It's the Figgis agency.
Why do you have to give our secrets away on fucking...
Oh, it's not a secret. It's out there. Everybody knows about the Figgis agency.
Understood.
The fact that you don't is not that surprising because it's you, but most people do.
No, I have people for this.
Well, yeah, me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have people.
So I know this.
Correct.
Therefore, you know this.
I know.
So it's called the Figgis agency.
I have people,
And I guess we're going to buy it.
and my people will find you.
I'll send an intern with an offer.
And off the
Well, if you
cat
kill-
reviews.
Well, if they kill the messenger, it's a free intern. We'll get another one. We just got to wait for the next semester to start.
Thankfully, the next semester starts here in about a month or so.
Oh, perfect. Anyways, circling back to Bill Nye.
So, right now, this episode is more about his critiques, it's a deep dive in where Bill Nye stumbled.
Okay.
So, let's get juicy. Let's get meaty. Let's get really sexual.
Well, then you should have said fruity.
That's gay. Are you homophobic?
There's only men in this room. All of our interns are men. So why do you want to get sexy? Well, yes, but that's bestiality, which is worse. So why do you want to get sexy all of a sudden?
With women, there's a difference.
Then make a call. Continue.
All right, Ghostbusters. That's who you call.
Well, yeah.
Well, the female version, the flop, back in like...
Yeah, that's why they're all strippers now.
So that's what happened to him. So...
Even though I think only one of those might have counted as like a 3 on the Richter scale.
It's a variable scale that we constantly update.
One of those was definitely a 3. She was...
Look,
There was some magnitude.
When she sat, the ghost came out. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, he was pushed out of the cushion.
Ooh.
Anyways, continue. No room for the soul or the spirit.
She was also a ginger, I think.
No, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. Look, the second they reach a 1 on the Richter scale, I'm done. Continue.
So, he was misleading on CO2, greenhouse demo.
Mm-hmm.
In one episode, Bill narrated a simple experiment with 2 bottles under lamps.
Okay.
One with extra CO2,
Mm-hmm.
the CO2 bottle,
What was the experiment for? What was it showing?
greenhouse emission.
Oh, just the greenhouse effect?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So visualization for the greenhouse effect.
Yeah. So the CO2 bottle allegedly got hotter, proving the greenhouse effect.
Right.
Problem.
Well, CO2 is a better insulator.
Well, yes. Critics later showed that the demo was rigged. The same thermometer was used twice, and glass bottles don't even let in the right kind of infrared. Infrared,
yes.
yeah, that word. Radiation. Basically, it was more TV magic than science.
Mm-hmm.
The concept was right, the execution was wrong.
Correct.
So here's the question. In that context, where you've got this piss poor fucking demonstration, your
facts are right, but your execution is flawed?
Yes. Bad or good?
I mean,
And why?
we're here and we're talking about it.
So bad, why?
Okay. I guess 90% of the things that you and I would talk about is bad, so that's fair. I have to stick to overall good, regardless. Why? Like, it doesn't matter how necessarily wrong Bill was on his shit, because we all knew he was wrong. But he was there to entertain and educate elementary school teachers.
When I was
elementary school kids and
when
teachers.
I saw this in 6th grade, and Samantha slept through it through 6th, 7th, and 8th before he reached high school.
Oh, I didn't get no Bill Nye in 8th grade.
I know.
I was not invited back for 8th grade.
That makes sense.
That was the year
The Fire Nation attacked?
Yes.
also known as my benevolent mother, tried to homeschool me.
Oh, yeah. No wonder.
Dude, I spent the whole year just playing video games on my computer.
No wonder you're fucked up.
Well,
And dumb as a rock.
all you gotta do is hit Alt-Tab and magically I'm back on the school learning program.
What is 2 plus 2? I don't fucking know.
It was a great year.
10 out of 10. Would recommend.
No. But
Exactly.
it was easy, education-wise.
So,
Because I definitely didn't have a fucking computer. And this was before educational programs understood that, students could just Google shit. And the worst part, this educational program that my mother paid money for sent her a book per class, one book per class, with all the fucking answers for every test in it, because it had, perforated tear-out tests for her to give me throughout the year. Well,
So
guess
what,
who
you
just took pictures of the back page?
you're a fucking dumbass.
Me or her?
You!
No! I was just too smart for my own good, so I outsmarted the system that was trying to teach me things I actually needed to learn. And then magically I was sent to a boarding school the year after. It was fine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no...
Actually, no, that wasn't it. I was sent to my other private school the year after. Then I wasn't invited back to complete the rest of the year, so then I bounced around to 3 different public schools. Then I went to my boarding school. Now, how the fuck did we get here from Bill Nye?
Bill. Bill Nye, the science guy. I don't
Okay,
know. Sometimes
anyways.
I thought he was high.
Dude, he probably was all the time.
Oh, fuck.
Honestly, him and... Is it Jeff Goldblum? Who's
Maybe.
kind of the tall, creepy guy from Jurassic Park?
Yes.
You want to talk about a guy that just oozes, not sex appeal, but just oozes kinky fuck? It's that guy. He and Bill Nye, I'm sure, are on the same wavelength in terms of kinkiness and fuckiness. That's Bill. Just saying.
Here's my question. Did you ever hear about the fucking bullshit he went through for Thor Ragnarok? He was so charismatic, so full of charisma.
Yeah.
They changed the entire fucking character to be Jeff Goldblum.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
And
I mean, that sounds about right,
Like,
because it's also, it's Jeff Goldblum.
So
you
he
can't...
was supposed to be painted blue. He was supposed to be fatter, muscular. I don't fucking remember.
Oh, so like stereotypical like rich warlord,
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt bullshit.
But, well, not Jabba the Hutt fat.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. Second thing.
Either way, have you seen the way that Jeff's hands naturally fall on women's throats? It's perfectly precise on where he's placing his fingers for choking. Doesn't restrict the airway, just restricts a little bit of blood flow. And if he places his middle finger down lower on the artery where he's holding it on their neck, immediately starts to creep towards a blackout, which is always makes orgasms a lot harder.
I have some questions.
What, the fact that I recognize where he's putting his hands on other actors?
I have some comments.
Have
I
you not seen
concerns.
any pictures with Jeff Goldblum?
I have some notes that I want to take due to the approximate location of where these fingers are being placed.
Ah. I will find a scene from Thor Ragnarok then and show you. Because his hand placement was fantastic, and I was like, holy shit. And I saw it in some random meme. And I was like, hold on, something about this picture doesn't make sense. And I stared at it for like another 30 seconds. And then I realized where his fingers were, and I was like, oh, this man's a freak.
Super freak.
And that was years
Super
ago,
freak.
so yeah.
Well, yes.
I'm sure there's plenty more.
So,
Dude, I bet he has some fantastic sex parties. Like, right to the extent where they might get just fucking creepy and disgusting, but never crossing that line. I feel like he knows how to ride that line.
so if your name is Jeff
Yes.
and your last name is Goldblum,
Yes. You're
Right.
Jewish.
yes, write into the podcast and tell us, how do you have sex? How do you throat a bitch?
Yeah. Are you as freaky as your
That's super
casual
freak.
personality would suggest? And if so, fucking invite me. Let's compare some notes. Like,
And then we'll do an
I don't
episode.
think you realize how...
Rated R that episode is going to be.
Well, it's not R, it's X. Get it right. Number one. Number two, I don't think
it's
you've
gonna
ever
be
actually
rated
paid attention
Y.
to his interviews or how he communicates or how he interacts with other people. That man, I am telling you, has some of the best high-end freaky sex
out there in Hollywood without crossing that line of a scandal years later. I'm just saying, either way. People's hands don't naturally fall into the poses that he had around these women's necks unless they know what they're doing. That's all I'm saying. Circling back now.
Did you answer the question?
What was the question?
I fucking forgot.
We got on the topic of Jeff Goldblum and Thor Ragnarok.
Look, all right, we're going to the second fucking hiccup that Bill and I did.
What was the first?
The misleading CO2 greenhouse number.
Oh, okay. Go to the next one.
I don't think you answered it, bub.
What was the question?
To be or not to be?
Which one's more important? Right?
If the...
He taught us something.
We're done.
No.
We're done.
Again, he taught us something.
Done. We're fucking done.
The content was correct. The execution was Hollywood bullshit.
We're fucking done.
Well, you remember the experiment, don't you?
Buddy, I remember like a third of fucking Bill Nye.
Well, then there you go. So it's good. Anyways, continue.
The GMO flip-flop.
Okay. What about it?
So, in 2015...
there's your key. It's 2015. Continue.
Well, yes. You can educate our viewers after I'm done with this.
Monsanto, Google them. You'll find everything you need to know. Continue.
Motherfucker. Bill Nye questioned GMOs. Genetically modified...
Orgasms.
Exactly.
Sorry, organisms.
Orgasms. Talking about the fish genes in fruit and sounding skeptical. By 2016, after talking with scientists, he completely reversed his stance and became pro-GM orgasm.
So, I'm pretty sure 2014 was when Monsanto invested in Disney.
That's alarming.
And then magically, almost all of Disney's stuff about GMOs disappeared.
Oh.
And all of their child warnings disappeared. And all of their questions disappeared.
Interesting.
After Monsanto bought them. Well, no, you just got to become an investor and everybody will bend to your will. It's fine.
So?
Capitalism. Subliminal messages.
So here's my question.
Okay. So ignoring that I know about Monsanto, and ignoring the year that this happened and the fact that I know the reasons behind it,
Correct.
Continue.
Correct. So. That would be our water cooler boy coming in and refilling our drinks. So, is it okay? Because later, Bill Nye came back and he said, and he basically recanted his statement on GMOs.
So his original position was that he was skeptical.
Yeah. And then
and his secondary position was what? They were good for you, they're fine, they're not that harmful, or we're still discovering.
The science supports GMOs being safe.
Okay.
Bill Nye flipped to say that he was right, though that he wasn't right. Sorry. The whiplash made him look inconsistent, which is kind of the whole... It's how science works, right? Like,
well, it is kind of how science works, but also, he's a kid's show entertainer. Sorry, his shit was wrong by a year. Like, heaven forbid. When you're talking about writing scripts and productions and trailers and filming and everything else in production, heaven forbid we're off date by a year. So that one I can let slide. That's an easy one.
Well,
ignoring the fact that his
heaven forbid in
people
like
that
40
pay
fucking
him
years,
said
when this episode comes to light,
yeah,
it's like, oh,
well, everything's GMO by then, dude. If you really want to get down to like the dictionary definition of genetically modified organisms, well, the second you fuck something, it's genetically modified.
So
everything's modified.
So anytime you're in a bitch.
Well, I don't want to even know how many modifications my fleshlight's been through. Like,
I've used it a few times, and I hate to tell you this.
See, that's even worse, because that's an unknown evolution. No wonder it was a little limp last week.
Well, I hate to say this, it just couldn't take my dick size.
No. It was limp because you didn't fill it up enough. You clearly don't use fleshlights enough to know how they work, which is a good thing. I'm proud for you, and I'm sure your future wife is proud of you, because you aren't here on recording talking about your knowledge of fleshlights. But
look, It just didn't hit right, man. It's just not the same as the real thing.
Oh, I probably didn't give you the right one.
You probably gave me the STD one.
No, I probably gave you like the normal one. My one that's called the trainer.
Ah. Yeah, I need the next level up.
No, it
just doesn't hit right.
No, it's called the trainer for a reason.
It was piss poor.
I'll give you the trainer next time.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, anytime. You want the suction cup added on?
You know what? I thought that.
I mean, if you're not going to use it in your shower, you don't need it. So.
Well, that's the only place I ever use it.
Okay.
I've used it.
I'll give you the suction cup then.
Wonderful. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
So, back to topic.
Well, that's why I have my soap holder above the shower head, so my phone doesn't get wet while I'm watching porn, and I'm fucking my fleshlight against the wall.
You know, I did have some questions about your setup there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just ignore the giant dildo sticking out of the rear wall. I did. That doesn't exist.
Curious how you.
It's a handle.
Oh, so you take it up the ass.
It's for disabled Americans.
You are disabled. Still able, but you.
Is it HSA? No, that's a health savings account.
It's DUMBASS.
No, what's the National Organization for Handicapped People? It's ADA. It's ADA compliant. That's all I have to say. Means you can really put some leverage on it. It won't break.
Oh, you can get it moving.
Oh, no, it doesn't move.
So, do flip-flops undermine credibility or show that you're willing to evolve?
You know, I will say this much. The fact that he wasn't in sandals kind of broke my heart. Because sandals are more scientific than flip-flops.
Okay.
Crocodile Dundee had sandals on.
Did he?
I mean, whoever the real guy is, Steve Irwin, that's the name. Steve Irwin always had sandals on. He never had flip-flops.
Okay.
So sandals would have been fine. Flip-flops. Ugh. Hollywood. No effort.
Fuck that Hollywood.
Oh my god, you slipped out of your slippers and put on your flip-flops. Good for you.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thong that counts.
It is the thong that counts. Sometimes you just need the thong to be riding up just to get a little hard.
Well, that is historically what flip-flops were referred to as, was thongs.
All right. Next critique. The 1% DNA claim.
Okay. 1% DNA claim?
Saying
is that what it is? 1%
what
DNA claim?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I heard it correctly while I listen.
Well, yeah, you're also dumb.
Well, I've never heard of that.
Well, that's because you can't do math. So
I mean, I know who the 1% are.
Yeah, us.
No. Not yet.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Rich people props. We're not 1% yet. What the fuck?
I'm only 3.4. Fuck.
So, Bill loves saying humans are 99% genetically identical to chimps. Sounds powerful.
Even though psychologically we're identical to lobsters?
Fucking oversimplified.
Yeah.
So, modern fucking A. I can't fucking speak. Genomics?
Genetics?
That one.
Okay. Modern genetics.
Modern
genetics.
State, we show similarities depending on what you measure.
Mm-hmm.
So, in some comparisons, humans and chimps may share less than 70%. The intent was to highlight the closeness, but the number misleads because he used 99%. So here's the question. Do catchy sound bites help science or distort it?
Oh. Well, that all depends on your opinion. Is your opinion of helping draw attention to it, or is your opinion of help being scientifically accurate? Because obviously, if your opinion of help is being accurate, well, that's just not that accurate. It doesn't really describe the whole context. But if you're talking about drawing attention to science and making it accessible and making it an every man's thing, then absolutely. Who gives a fuck how accurate he was or wasn't? Because if I'm that interested in it, I can Google it. And I can find out for myself.
Hear me out. What if your search engine was Bing?
Then I'll find out next week.
On some topic?
Exactly.
Not to be confused with
Internet Explorer. It'll take about 3 months.
or the other topic.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Fuck them guys.
No, we just don't talk about the other topic.
If we kill them, bury them, and put them 12 feet under.
The other topic is not what we call this podcast, where we're tripping balls.
That's different. That's when we're on acid.
Well, that's why it's called other topic.
Well, yes, that's when we're on acid and not on fucking
Yeah, that's
hot
the
water.
other topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
we don't
hot-
talk about other topic on this podcast.
Not on hot water.
We don't like those guys.
All right. So, I think you answered that question.
God, that'd be fucking weird, dude. If we ran 2 channels, one channel is the first display of each episode, and the second channel is a repeat of the same exact episode, but we're fucked up.
We're sober than stoned and fucked.
No, you said tripping acid. That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't think I could do that.
No, neither could. We would be dead, my friend.
Well, yes.
Either by our own hands or something else, but we would be dead.
Oh, boy. So, number 4. The irksome topic of Bill Nye that he somewhat got wrong, allegedly. The Miller-Urey origins experiment.
The what?
So Bill Nye presented the famous 1950s Miller-Urey experiment as evidence of how life began.
Array or Urey?
I'm reading as Urey.
Okay. So that tells me that's a specific word that actually means something.
Apparently.
What is the spelling of said word?
U as in umbrella. R as in Rachel from Friends. E as in Edward Kenway from Black Flag. And Y as in why the fuck don't you know what I'm talking about? So, the experiment...
Oh, it's a name.
Well, yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I didn't know if Urey was like a specific scientific term.
Well, you're a dumbass.
Well, we're talking about science. Oh, we're talking about Bill Nye. And
Bill
you're like,
Nye
the
the science.
Urey-Miller experiment. And I'm like, well, Miller's a name. I don't know about Urey, and who the fuck would name their child Urey?
The Germans?
I mean, evidently, now, I know, yes, it was the Germans, but what modern people would name their child
Motherfucker,
Urey?
this was the 1950s.
I know, but you get my point. Continue.
Okay, now get your topic.
Yes.
Some topic you wanted to fucking go off topic on.
Look, I wanted to go off topic because I thought that it was a different word and a special definition, and now let's circle back to some topic.
Okay. The experiment did produce amino acids, but assumed an early atmosphere rich in methane and ammonia,
What was the point of the experiment?
which we know was inaccurate. It's more of a historical footnote today than a discussion model.
Then what's the point of bringing it up?
So,
Like, what's the purpose of the experiment? Why is a high content of whatever the fuck you just said important?
they assumed...
And why does Bill Nye have anything to do with it?
So Bill Nye was like, hey, Lamau, I'm talking about this Urey bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And the Urey bullshit was, we ran an experiment thinking that the atmosphere was rich in methane, so cow shit,
Right.
and ammonia, so bleach.
Oh, speaking of which, when I was driving out here, somebody just sprayed their fields with some black gold. It smelled like black gold the whole drive here.
Black what?
Gold.
The fuck does that mean?
Fresh manure.
Ooh.
A farmer sprayed their field.
Details.
Oh, but there's just something about, like, the smell of, like, good shit.
Good shit?
Yeah, dude. If you've ever been on a farm, when they just sprayed the fields with good shit, you know what that smells like. Everybody knows what bad shit smells like.
Yeah, it's what comes out of your asshole. Or out of your mouth on this occasion.
No, I was going to say, it comes out both ends, normally.
Well, it's just because you're full of it.
Yeah. That's why it's got to come out of both ends.
Oh, boy.
I know where else to go.
So, the question I'm posing here
Okay.
is very simple. Should science teach outdated models as history or retire them entirely? Now, the question is posed in the sense that as you are presenting information, do you present them? Right? So, all right.
So if I was to do this experiment again today, would I warn the crowd that this experiment is known to be historically flawed, but these are the steps and here is why it's flawed? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, then there you go.
Well, it also
It's a good thing, as long as you're descriptive on why it's flawed.
But it goes back to your previous point. On part 1, if our viewers have watched and listened to that.
Right. If we're talking about strictly Bill Nye, is it a good thing or a bad thing, even if he's wrong? Again, it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be Hollywood in the background. Who gives a fuck?
No,
that is
Disney.
The visual. No,
Disney's
it's Hollywood.
In the background.
It's special effects.
Disney
it's all Hollywood.
Is different than Hollywood.
No, they're both horrible and should burn to the ground. Either way.
They're two different entities.
Entities? Hollywood's not an entity.
Yes, it is.
Hollywood is a place.
Hollywood is an entity. And a place.
And a thing. Also known as a noun? Like...
Hollywood is a noun.
It is. It is a noun. Now, there will always be some movie magic going on when you're filming things. I really don't care. He is spreading it to the common person. So all in all, again, in terms of that show, I'd say it's a good thing. Who gives a fuck how accurate or inaccurate his experiments are, as long as you're not trying to follow along with them in the classroom. Secondly, again, these are for kids. How am I going to know that the saturation of methane in that particular glass was really only 87.3% and it wasn't truly 88%? I'm not going to fucking know, so who gives a shit? The point is, there was a visual aspect that helped me understand and grasp the topic that he was discussing.
At the end of the day,
Bill.
Finish it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You would take our viewers, our listeners, our people, and deprive them of the finishing of that wonderful saying?
Science rules. Inertia is a property of matter.
I don't know why.
Okay, are you happy now?
I am, because our viewers got to
I
experience.
completed your bill.
Our part 1 viewers, who maybe...
We'll never get to experience that, I know. It's only our part 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
now they get to know the intro.
Our part 2ers could be part 1ers.
Oh, so I'm sorry. It was 2 Bill Nye the Science Guys, followed by 17 Bills, followed by 2 more Bill Nye the Science Guys.
More accurate.
My apologies from the previous episode where I was incorrect on when there was the full Bill Nye the Science Guy. My apologies.
Yeah.
But for having remembered something I watched maybe twice, it's close enough.
And then his counterpart, Samantha, ended up...
What? What was that line about inertia being something? Like,
inertia
why is that what you think you should, like... Why is that sentence what somebody in editing thought was good enough to make it into the intro?
It was Disney in like the late 90s. So, the next controversy, quote unquote.
Surrounding Bill?
Bill.
Surrounding Jeff Goldblum.
The climate debate slip. A 2014 debate. Bill Nye said Antarctic ice was shrinking when he meant Arctic. Small slip, but big implications. Since Antarctica has very different ice dynamics, critics said mistakes like that fuel climate denial. So, the question I pose, in live debates, like what Bill Nye did, he's usually consistent. Sort of, kind of, maybe.
He's also an actor.
Well, yes.
And he's also an engineer, not a scientist.
Correct.
Now, if anybody knows engineers,
yeah,
they know they're not that good in public settings.
Says who?
So I'm not that surprised that he accidentally put ant in front of Arctica. Like, I'm not that surprised that he slipped up. But yes, one slip up from a public figure can easily cause distrust and unease.
Details.
Sciencey details, but yeah. Look, all I know is one has bears, one does not have bears.
One has Santa Claus, and the other one doesn't.
Okay, I was actually like referring to the meanings of the names of Antarctica and Antarctica. Arctica.
What are you,
Antarctica.
fucking dumb?
There's Arctica, which is with bear. Then there's Antarctica, which is without bear, I'm pretty sure. Or is it penguin? One literally means with bear, and the other one literally means without bear. The person who named them was literally referring to the two cold places on Earth. One is with bears, one is without bears. I'm pretty sure.
Where does Coca-Cola come in?
Oh, dude, that was a whole fucking thing. We could do like 4 episodes on the history of Coca-Cola and how fucked up that company is.
Oh, boy.
And like the whole polar bear thing is its own separate little fucking like psyops scandal thingy. It's fascinating. Like I watched like a 30-minute fucking documentary just on the polar bear thing.
And you know what? Sam and Samantha are soon to be guests on next week's episode.
Samantha's not coming on any episode. Short of some very specific guest stars appearing. If certain guest stars appear on this podcast, then absolutely Samantha will come out in full character.
Okay, so Sam will be in full drag next episode, where Samantha will
Again, remember, I have no interest in drag as Samantha. It's just a voice.
allegedly.
I've only smacked 2 people as Samantha, okay? But I've never dressed in drag as Samantha. I just dressed in Samantha's normal clothing.
So,
It was a kilt, not a skirt. Just saying.
he was wearing nothing.
My socks
underneath
were
the
on.
kilt.
Well, duh! You don't wear a kilt with boxers underneath it.
Says fucking who?
Every kilt wearer ever.
If I wore
It's like wearing a not a turban, toga. Like, why would you wear underwear underneath a toga?
Underneath the turban?
Why would you wear anything under a toga? Like,
To be free.
so you would wear something that restricts you?
On principle right now, yes. So,
He moves on. Continue.
debating creationists.
Creationists.
Famously debated Ken Ham at the Creation Museum in 2014. Critics argued this gave creationism undeserved legitimacy.
No, define creationism. What was it? Did he just say, "Oh, creationism," and it brought attention to it, or
Define creationism. To Google, by the way, Jordan.
The belief that the universe and living organisms originate from specific acts of divine creation, as in the biblical
Oh,
account,
okay.
rather than by natural processes such as evolution.
So, today's sponsor, Budweiser.
Creationism.
And Apple AI.
Budweiser, more like Gosling's ginger beer, non-alcoholic soft drink with the refreshing zip of ginger.
Same fucking thing.
Those are 2 very different things.
Are they?
Continue.
So,
Anyways, so Bill Nye was like advocating for creationism?
So critics argued this gave creationism undeserved legitimacy, whereas Bill Nye wasn't even an evolutionary biologist.
Right.
Some say it raised awareness, and others say it amplified pseudoscience. So the question here is...
Oh, his biology episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just he
So
presents
what's-
one thing, states another thing, and
Right.
it's just a minor fucking thing.
Inconsistency, yeah.
Yeah. So the question here is pseudoscience useful? Or is just free publicity a
All
bad
science
idea?
started as pseudoscience. Again,
How-
you can't
how
say
so?
that pseudoscience is
How
bad.
so?
Because it wasn't science at the time.
Says who?
It was pseudoscience at the time. How about the thousands of people that were murdered for scientific discoveries by the church during those times?
Fucking details. Fucking
So
details.
that's who says, by the way.
Fucking details.
Secondly, fuck you. Third of all,
I'd rather
fuck
you
off.
didn't.
Fourth of
I
all,
don't want to.
fuck me.
No
Fifth
thank
of all,
That's a lot of fucks.
no, it's all that I had to give. Now I'm out of fucks.
Really? We're finally at an impasse.
Either way,
No.
the point that I'm trying to make. What is even the question for this? That doesn't seem like a very clearly defined question. Were people just hating on him because of how inaccurate he was about evolution, and so it accidentally brought attention to creationism? Or are people angry because he actively supported creationism and brought popularity to it?
Yes.
Descriptive.
I know.
Either way.
Answer the question.
Who gives a fuck? He was making a kid's show. That's my actual answer. Is he was making a children's show. If it's not that accurate, great. Teach him in college when it's your turn. Like, again, who gives a shit? At least your kids are talking about it.
So, next question. Netflix spectacle greater than science. And Bill Nye Saves the World 2017.
What?
Yes, he did a 2017 special.
Wait, but how did he save the world? And from what?
He just fucking saved it.
From what?
Us.
You?
Bill Nye leaned into celebrity cameos and viral stunts, sometimes at the cost of depth. So,
Only sometimes.
Critics felt it was more about entertainment than education.
Yes.
So, the question here.
Duh.
Do you want science to trend or to teach? There is the question I ask upon you.
Science as the broader category of education, or science as in science entertainment education?
Brother, just answer the fucking question.
No, because those are two very different things. Obviously, in science as science of the concept.
Both. Okay, great.
Science as a concept of science, obviously, your accuracy is utmost. Nothing else matters. Now, when it comes to the spreading and acknowledgement of science and ideas, then obviously entertainment's going to be your priority, because how else will people remember or pay attention?
Very carefully.
With entertainment, yes.
Very carefully.
Yes. With inappropriate science experiments.
Yes. Did you answer the question?
I did. Twice.
Not very good.
Well enough for you to forget.
Only slightly. We can rewatch the episode.
Don't worry, I'm with the government and I'm here to help.
Okay. Nobody trust him. Okay.
JFK, baby. Direct
Ideology in Scientism.
Ideology in what?
Scientism.
Scientism. Okay.
Like autism, but with science.
You're right.
So Bill Nye framed moral and political issues like population control as purely scientific problems, sidelining ethics and values. Critics accused him of scientism, reducing human issues to lab data. The question I ask you.
The Bill Gates discussion.
Where does science stop?
And humanity begin.
And values begin. Or human BB whatever the fuck.
At the point where your experiment base exceeds 1,000, you're now a war criminal and should die.
Cool.
That is my statement and only statement, because I know nothing else.
I only know that you should die.
So at the point, well, no, because 1,000's a decent number. You can have a normal medical trial with less than 1,000 people. That's fine.
Sure.
At the point where you continue to dispose more than 1,000 people, you have now put a very clear price on your supposed knowledge and exploration over life. That's a little different.
Details.
I'm just saying the Crusades were there for a reason.
Now, Crusades.
On the flip side, why do I pick 1,000? Because sometimes that's how many you need for a normal general study, is 1,000 people to have a truly unbiased study.
It fucking tracks.
So, to answer your question, fuck off, it's for entertainment purposes only.
Are you not entertained?
Exactly. So fuck off. I'm making a kid's show, and I'm hired by Disney, and oh, by the way, I'm an engineer and a stand-up comic. Sorry, I read the script.
Holy wow.
Again, who gives a fuck? He was bringing science to the layman.
So, leads me to Bill Nye's legacy. Rockstar or meme? So
That's easy.
So where do we leave... Well, hold that thought. Where do we leave Bill Nye today? He's still active, debates, activism, climate advocacy, even Dancing with the Stars.
I think that just like What's Her Face from the Magic School Bus, and just like...
Frizz?
Yeah, that's it.
No way.
And just like...
No way.
Who's the black guy? Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, yeah, that's a good guy.
Certain individuals, and whoever the dude was from Blue's Clues, like certain individuals should absolutely be in the Educational Hall of Fame, and that's them.
Okay.
Where, just like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're there, they're respected, and in about 5 years, nobody remembers why they're there until somebody reminds them. It's kind of one of those scenarios where Bill Nye was the first. Think about it. Neil deGrasse Tyson wasn't around when Bill Nye was. Miss Frizz was an animated kids show. It wasn't really an educational series you could watch in the classroom. But Bill Nye was. So he was the first. He was a pioneer. Absolutely, he belongs in the Hall of Fame of Education.
Okay.
But, just like a bunch of pro baseball players, who we all now say, yeah, they were all taking drugs.
Hey, Lamel.
They shouldn't be there. But they are because they are.
Okay.
Same difference. Bill Nye should absolutely be there because he was one of the first. He was a pioneer. He spread science and education to untold numbers of children. Might have been a little wrong, but guess what? High school would have corrected them.
Details.
No. Overall, good. He does belong in the Hall of Fame.
So, my closing statement is this. Bill Nye taught us science rules. He taught us things, stuff.
Something about inertia from that intro.
Oh, Lord. That was a shitty intro, I'm not going to lie. It turns out the real rule is this. Science rewrites itself every decade, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's a good closing statement for this last episode on our part 2 for Bill Nye. You have any closing comments?
No, I mean, he was a tall dude with big-ass ears that made us laugh and want to learn.
Dumbo.
That's about it.
Gamath.
Science Dumbo.
Gamath.
I can't make a good Dumbo spinoff.
I know. Next week's episode, Dumbo. Stay tuned. Don't worry. Will that happen? I don't know. Find out.
Off this
next
week on some topic.
Episode
Where
of...
logic
What
is
episode
seasonal,
number was this, by the
facts
way?
are optional, and the
Good
raccoons
question.
are 2 paychecks behind. If you're a liberal, please keep your critiques to yourself. Our unpaid interns have adopted a shoot first, shred later policy, and we're in a stand your ground state after all. HR has yet to get back to us with a solution, so stand by. To the rest of you, keep your coffee black, your sarcasm sharp, and your reality on airplane mode. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay caffeinated, and stay just interested enough to keep the surveillance squirrels guessing while we slip out the back.